open chain black president, historic black president. And then in 2012, the start of Obama's second term, he makes a pivot. He pivots to the pro-gay movement. He becomes more of a racial influencer, a racial polarizing figure. And then he jumps on intentionally. This is the president of the United States comes out and says, when the Trayvon Martin deal happened down in Florida, Barack Obama, on a case that no one knows, did George Zimmerman do it? Did George Zimmerman do something inappropriate? Barack Obama, the president of the United States, weighs in and says, if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. He renders basically a verdict on the Trayvon Martin deal. He puts his stamp of approval on the Trayvon Martin narrative. George Zimmerman just hopped out and killed Trayvon Martin he's a white racist person and this just shows how unsafe black men are and young men are from these white police officers that are just out of control. And yes, I use the word white police officer intentionally because everybody's initial mentality was George Zimmerman, who was a neighborhood patrolman, watchman, a volunteer. He was not the police. He had no police authority. This wasn't a police case, but we pretended like it was. And we pretended that George Zimmerman was white when he was really Hispanic. There was nothing racial about the conflict between George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. And as it relates to George Zimmerman, there was nothing illegal about what George Zimmerman did. As we've come to find out in years past, after years have gone on, the Trayvon Martin deal was a hoax. I've unpacked for you all. Joel Gilbert, who did the documentary, unpacked for you all how the star witness, this Rachel Gentile, was a plant and a fake, was never Trayvon Martin's girlfriend. She was there to help sell this narrative that she was on the phone with him when George Zimmerman attacked. It was all a lie and a fugazi. George Zimmerman nearly beat the crap out of Trayvon Martin nearly beat the crap out of George Zimmerman, pounding his head into the pavement, and George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin to save his own life. If you go watch any documentary, there's all kinds of evidence that prove this beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the entire thing was a hoax. Trayvon Martin was not a victim. But our president, Barack Obama, jumped on this, pounced on this, promoted the false narrative, and kicked off the Black Lives Matter movement basically in 2012. That set the groundwork for 2014 when Michael Brown, in another hoax in Ferguson, Missouri, where Darren Wilson, the cop, shot Michael Brown for no reason. Michael Brown put his hands up and was surrendering when Darren Wilson shot him. Proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be a false claim. Michael Brown, teenage young man, tried to take a gun off a police officer and was attacking a police officer, and the police officer, Darren Wilson, shot him in self-defense in a justifiable shooting. That's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. But this Michael Brown deal in 2014 helped encourage and inspire more of the Black Lives Matter movement, more of